I'm David Porter, Chair of the Department of English, and it's my great pleasure to welcome you to this video celebration of the class of 2020. Like all of you, I wish we could be gathered together at the Michigan Theater right now so that the English department faculty could congratulate our seniors in person on their achievements, not the least of which was completing all of their final coursework under the most challenging circumstances we faced at the university for a very long time. One of the great joys of teaching in the Department of English, whether that teaching happens in a classroom or in a Zoom video meeting, is the opportunity to work with the kinds of students, creative, curious, compassionate, and deeply committed to making the world a better place, who wind up as English majors at the University of Michigan. Our pride in your accomplishments and the pleasure we've had in working with you make graduation a bittersweet time for us here in the department. We're sorry to see you leave, but we're thrilled at the same time to imagine the adventures in living and learning that await you over the years ahead. You will most certainly face challenges too, and especially over the coming months, but I know that each of you will find a way to thrive and to make a meaningful contribution. Our post-COVID world will surely need more people like you. I hope that in the future, when you look back at your time here with us, you'll remember your classmates and your teachers, and perhaps a novel or two, or a sonnet, or even a single turn of phrase that gripped you in a place you didn't know you had and refused to let you go. Whatever memories from college you choose to cherish or to leave behind, the most enduring legacies of a sound literary education are surely the hard-won habits of mind and spirit that it instills. These habits, formed through the disciplined practice of attentive reading and writing, of savoring the subtle nuances of richly textured words, of embracing the prickly delights of ambiguity and paradox, and of extending the boundaries of the self to encompass the experience of strangers. These habits will, I guarantee you, last you throughout your lifetime and will serve you well in your relationships, in your career, and, just as important, in your own ongoing journey of self-awareness and self-discovery. I offer you my warmest congratulations and invite you to come back and see us in Angell Hall once the doors are open again, so we can shake your hand or bump your elbow in person.
My name is Andrea Zemgulis, and I am Director of Undergraduate Studies at the University of Michigan Department of English. First of all, I'd like to congratulate all of the English graduates of 2020. The courage to follow your passion, the intense self-discipline that attention to language and writing requires, the nearly acrobatic interpersonal and intellectual talents you've all honed through years of discussion and workshop. This is real achievement, and I commend you. To the parents and grandparents and other loved ones in our students' lives, I also offer my congratulations. Their achievement is also yours, and I hope you enjoy this moment for years to come. They are well on their way to a meaningful life, alert to the possibilities of human expression everywhere and always, specially and thoughtfully contributing to the world in all its workings. Now I turn to the two awards made to undergraduates each year by the English department. The Betsy Carter Award is given to an undergraduate student who has an interest in journalism or writes for the Michigan Daily. Betsy Carter herself is an alumna of the English department, as well as a former board member of the English Advisory Board. This year's Betsy Carter Scholarship is awarded to Alex Herring. Alex is senior news editor at the Michigan Daily, has interned at the Detroit Metro Times, and is heading to work at the CNBC News desk this summer. You may have read his article, Being Poor on Rich UM Campus, Still a Struggle as School Broadens Reach, co-authored with Ron French and Sammy Sussman, that appeared in last year's Bridge magazine. That article was produced through English 322, our community journalism class. His instructor of that class notes that Alex was careful to portray his subjects with accuracy, humanity, and care. Congratulations, Alex. The Linda Buell Van Boven Endowed Scholarship is awarded by the English department to a student who, in the estimation of the faculty in English language and literature, has overcome adversity to realize their passion for study and English. It is given to a rising senior to honor their commitment and to support them in their last year of study. This year's Van Boven is awarded to Juliana Morano, who is working several jobs to meet tuition payments that she must make without the assistance of her parents. Like many of you, she started out in another major, but was compelled to change to English by sheer passion and has excelled in her classes. Her faculty nominator attests to her generosity, passion, and intelligence, and says that the entire department is enriched by her presence in classes. Congratulations, Julia. I now turn to the annual teaching honors awarded by our undergraduates. Each year, English undergraduates select one graduate student instructor and one faculty member to receive this award to recognize their excellence in teaching English. I would first like to recognize graduate student Sora Brockman. As instructor of English 223, Introduction to Creative Writing, she brought warmth and an open mind to the class to create an inspiring environment for her students. A student nominator remembers fondly that, quote, her class was the kind of English class you see in movies, creative, warm, accepting, and the perfect space to discover something new about oneself. Wow, congratulations, Sora. And second, I'd like to recognize faculty member James Pinto. Students describe an instructor always willing to make their work in writing classes both exciting and non-intimidating, and, quote, worth every minute of your time. James Pinto was, quote, committed to ensuring every student is heard and can succeed. Another student says that it was an absolute pleasure and honor to have taken 2 classes with James Pinto. The impact he has had on myself, along with other students, will last forever. Congratulations, James. Congratulations, award winners, and congratulations, graduates of the University of Michigan English Department 2020.
Hi, I'm John Whittier Ferguson. I'm teaching in the English department here at Michigan. Dear seniors, first, I'm really sorry that you and I are not going to share so many of the rituals that mark the end of your time here at Michigan. I absolutely love the convocations and commencement activities, including especially the English department's ceremony at the Michigan Theater. That event has always been one of the high points of each year for me, not only because I get to say goodbye to you all, but also because I often have the chance to meet your family, your siblings, your friends. There's so much collective exuberance that we'll not be sharing with one another this spring. When I got the invitation to share a little video farewell with you all, the first thing I thought about was finding the perfect piece of something to read. A sentence from James Joyce, say, or from Virginia Woolf, a few lines of poetry. But you'll find things to read and reread on your own time now, and I have faith in your abilities to discover your own readings. I did think of what I've always said over the course of my 30 years here when people ask me about my job. No matter what else I offer up about any given semester, I always say, and I always mean it too, that the students here are amazing. That's you I'm talking about. You're amazing. Thank you. And I thought that what I do is congratulate you on your graduation and, because teachers can't help themselves, remind you of a couple of things you probably already know in your bones. You have spent so much time over your years at Michigan reading, writing, and speaking your thoughts and listening to the thoughts of others. This ability to communicate is newly important now, it seems to me, as we are forced, for good but painful reasons, into silos and behind walls and on the other side of closed doors. In Howard's End, his novel published in 1910, E.M. Forster famously, quotably, urged us not to live in fragments, only connect, he said. Connect the various pieces of ourselves into the best wholes we can imagine. Connect, too, with the other creatures with whom we share life on this planet. We are going to be challenged not only now, but in the futures opening up before us, with how to accomplish those connections in a world that's changing so quickly that it's hard even to connect today with the day before yesterday. You, English majors from this wonderful department, have been practicing forms of connection since your earliest days and nights on campus. You are perfectly suited for this challenge of listening to, formulating, and expressing the thoughts and feelings that bring us together rather than dividing us into dysfunctional parts. And lest this get too grand and big picture-y, you are also trained to pay attention to little things, individual words and phrases, punctuation, figurative language, the rhythms of a sentence, where one line breaks and another begins, nuances of tone, vocal inflections, the music of our words. Keep paying attention. So often life, like poetry and prose, gets complicated and most interesting and most consequential in its details. And keep asking questions, particularly of received truths, of things we think we know, of certainties that haven't been adequately examined. All of us in this wounded but still promising world need you. I am so comforted in these trying days and nights by the knowledge that you are venturing out into the next stage of your lives. Good luck to all of you, and don't forget to write.
Congratulations, senior English majors, on your commencement. I'm Laura All. I teach linguistics. I've had the pleasure of teaching some of you, and I know that you're entering a world that must feel so uncertain. One thing I also know from teaching you, though, is that you can handle it. We're all rooting for you, knowing that you'll go out and make the world a better place, reading and writing, and hoping that you'll come back and tell us how you're doing it. Congratulations again, and take good care.
Hi there, this is Haji Bakara from the Department of English. I want to extend a warm congratulations to all of the university's graduating seniors who happen to be embarking on the next phase of their life in a time of great uncertainty. It's my conviction that your generation of Michigan graduates are poised to make very important decisions in shaping the future of the planet. The future is in your hands, and I think it's a good place for the future to be. Specifically, I'd like to express my deep thanks to the 24 seniors in my literature and human rights class this semester, who were all very kind, curious, and brilliant people who have enriched my life a great deal over the last few months. So I'd like to say be well to everyone and all the graduating seniors, and I'll see you on the other side.
Hi, I'm Gina Brandolino, and I teach horror and medieval literature and working class literature and comics for the department. And if you have had me for class and don't recognize me, it's probably because of my pandemic haircut. I'm so sorry that we can't be with you to celebrate your graduation in person, and I want you to know that I'll be celebrating with you virtually. And I wish for you a future full of every good thing, and I hope that you'll stay in touch. Take care.
Hey everyone, I'm Jeremy Chamberlain. I teach classes on creative nonfiction and immersion writing for the Department of English, as well as courses on the literature of the apocalypse and literature of the Rust Belt. And I just want to say congratulations to all of our graduates. It's been so great working with you over the last couple of years, and I want to wish you well as you head off into the world. We know you're going to do great things. So again, congratulations.
Congratulations, graduates. My name is Aida Levy Hassan. I teach classes in African American literature. I want to say it's been such a pleasure to read and think with you over these last few years, and I wish you every success in the years ahead. May your lives be rich with meaning and connection. Cheers to you.
Hi, I'm Eric Knut. This is a short little poem by the great Emily Dickinson. She wrote it when she was about 20. Life is but a strife, 'tis a bubble, 'tis a dream, and man is but a little boat which paddles down the stream. Congratulations, and best of luck to you all, class of 2020.
Congratulations, English majors and minors, class of 2020. This is Scotty Parrish. I teach American literature and have had the good fortune to teach many of you over the last few years. And I want to send a wish with you out as you go out into the world, that whenever you open a book, read a story, talk about a movie with friends, think of how to consider an issue and how to act, that you will bring some of the practices that we've all worked on together in classes these last few years, of being able to imagine other time periods, other lives, other ways of thinking, hearing beautiful and also difficult, also problematic language and thought together about it and had good conversations about it, that you will bring that spirit of inquiry and generosity and discernment and an appreciation of other people's thoughts out into the world. And good luck.
Hi, I'm Supriya Nair. I teach contemporary literature. These are challenging times, but I want you to know that we are proud of you and we salute you. Congratulations on your graduation.
Hi, I'm Mike Schoenfeld. I teach Renaissance literature here and the literature of medicine. And I just want to say how sorry I am we're not able to celebrate your remarkable accomplishment with all the great ceremonies of graduation that we normally would. One thing you need to remember is that this will be a memorable year. You'll be able to talk about what you did in the year 2020. I thought it might be worth mentioning that Shakespeare, during sequestration for the plague in Renaissance London, wrote during different times Venus and Adonis, Lucrece, and King Lear. May we all be so productive. Good luck in your careers, and we hope we'll hear from you. Take care.
Hello, my name is Elise Portnoy, and I've had some great conversations with some of you about rhetoric and intersections of language and power. As you go out in the world, I want to remind you that your voice matters. I hope you find people in your life to listen to you like it does. Congratulations on your graduation. Good luck, and go blue.
Hello, English majors and your loved ones and friends. I'm Ruby Thapian. I'm a faculty member in Women's Studies in English. I just wanted to share this very brief note of congratulations with you on your graduation and on all that you've achieved over the last several years. Thank you for working with us and for being a part of our community. I wish you all the best. Congratulations again.
I'm Tom Toon. I teach Old English, Middle English, History of the English Language, and varieties of present-day English. I want to congratulate you in Old English. What? Waste through how? In other words, be happy and healthy.
Hello, class of 2020. My name is Kathy Sanok, and I'm a professor of medieval literature. This is a 14th century image of a university classroom with students taking notes and chatting with their friends, and this one guy here is having a nap. You have all worked very hard over the last 4 years, reading many books, old and new, thinking about them, talking about them, writing about them, and that's an achievement to celebrate today and a foundation for the future you are embarking on. So congratulations and all best wishes.
Hi, this is Cody Walker. I teach creative writing and American Lit classes, and I am wishing all of the graduating seniors all the best. In Whitman's Song of Myself, the poet describes himself as looking with side-curved head, curious what will come next, both in and out of the game, and watching and wondering at it. And that's what I really wish for all of you guys. Lots of watching, lots of wondering. Take good care of yourselves and each other.
Hi, this is Jillian White, Professor White, speaking from my kitchen in Ann Arbor. I just wanted to say congratulations to the graduating seniors. Some of the finest hours of my life were spent in classrooms with you, and I wish you all the best. Keep reading, and I hope you celebrate in lots of ways for a long time this incredible accomplishment of graduating from the University of Michigan.
When I was your age, stories which one generation tells another often begin thus, don't they? I wondered why Plato created his great works of the intellect in the form of tales, of tales upon tales. And it was only slowly, then gradually, that I came to realize that in many ways the pivot of our way of being in the world depends upon our considering and creating tales. there are ways in which we can earn a living, and we must learn those ways and earn a living. But it is in our tales that we work out with one another what might make life worth living. And so now, in our so turbulent time, so turbulent and troubled, we need to create tales of justice, of openness, of joy in the presence of difference, in the presence of the other. Tales of care for the world in which we inhabit. Tales in words which live and can be transmitted to others. We cannot live what we cannot imagine. And it is the considering and creation of tales which tell us how we might live more fully, more deeply, more generously, more wisely. It is in these that we have focused our life here together. And it is that skill and stretch of the mind, the stretch of the imagination, which you take with you now. I'd like, in closing a 50-year career at the University of Michigan, to share with you what for me is a tale of the classroom. It's a fragment of a poem by William Meredith called Accidents of Birth. But it's not just me being here again, old needer, looking for someone to need, but you, up from the clay yourself, as luck would have it, and inching over the same little segment of earth ball, in the same little eon, to meet in a room, alive in our skins, and the whole galaxy gaping there, and the centuries whining like gnats, you, to teach me to see it with you, and to offer somebody uncomprehending, impudent, thanks. Thanks.